Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of the HorrorScope with the Maverick, Josh Zodiac, the voice of Apex Championship Entertainment. Today, I have a very special guest. He is the newest acquisition to the company and also the newest United States Obsidian champion, none other than my oldest foe, Gaven Ace. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Now, I know you and I do have a bit of a history. It's a very brief one. I do know in the old Ace, you came in. This is after the backyard wrestling days. You came into the boxing ring, and your first opponent was none other than the Josh Zodiac, the one you're looking at now. Now,
Yes,
I
sir.
know, you did give me a fight. I will tell you that. You did give me a run for my money, but you did get a chop for your troubles. But I will say that in the time that you've been in the same company as I have, you have definitely grown and you've gone from a newcomer to one of the shining lights in the company. And the fact that you took, well, not took, you won, you earned the old Ace Championship from Lazarus. And we'll talk about Lazarus later. But I want to know, what were your inspirations as a child or even as a teenager or an adult to want to pursue professional or even amateur wrestling?
Well, it all started. It's a pretty cliche thing to say, growing up watching the good old wrestling sport on TV, sitting in your couch, just having a grand old time being a kid, just watching entertainment. And I'm not gonna lie, I did fall off at one point and all that, and I stopped watching wrestling for a good minute. But then I got back into it and all that, and I met some people and all that, which got me the connects to where I am today and stuff, and which I'm very grateful for. But just growing up, just watching wrestling and all that, it's always something I've wanted to do. I've always wanted to step inside of a ring, feel what it feels to take the bumps, take the hits, being superplex, being chokeslam, all anything you could possibly think of, and then also hyping up the crowd, entertaining fans, getting out there, making somebody's day if like they're having a bad day, just going out there, making like, oh, that guy just made my day, even though they fought, he may have lost or he may have won, but he made my day because, I went into a wrestling live event and watched somebody wrestle, I
Yeah.
guess just that excitement feel, that you get from that whole experience.
So, was there anybody in particular watching either be WWE, WCW, AEW, whoever that kind of inspired you that you took inspiration from? I don't want to assume it's a cruiserweight because but I'm curious. It was like someone like Eddie Guerrero or Rey Mysterio Jr., Chavo Guerrero, someone like that.
I would say Rey Mysterio and like Eddie Guerrero around that time. Around that time when I first started watching, those were like the big superstars that I would mainly look at the time. They were, they're shining, they were popular. They knew how to entertain the crowd. They knew how to get into the fans' hearts and strike them where like it hits and stuff. And then recently now like growing up and all that it would have to be like Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, the new people coming out of like these Indian shows and things, making a name for themselves from nothing, basically from like backyarders in a way. I would
You would
say it'd be that now.
you would have to mention Seth fucking Rollins when you. Oh God, I can't stand that cocksucker. But that's all right. That's either neither here or there. And like you said earlier, it's not uncommon for people to fall off the bandwagon of wrestling and then come back on. I've fallen off twice myself, and I came back. The most recent time was when Punk dropped the pipe bomb, like what 14 years ago or so. And I heard about it and I watched it. I'm like, dude, what have I been missing? So I CM Punk definitely was a reason I came back. I had heard of him before, but I heard of him in the Indies. I never didn't see him in WWE. So he
Mhm.
definitely was the catalyst to push me to drive me right back into watching wrestling again.
Oh yeah,
Um, but
sure.
you just say Rey Mysterio, who of course is a Hall of Famer. And you were talking about drawing inspiration from the crowd, and I know from my perspective, being the bad guy, that drawing heat from the crowd can be just as exciting as making them cheer. Hearing them boo, I fucking love it. That's why I do what I do. I don't give a fuck. I guess I'm the Logan Paul of the company, I guess. I just don't give a fuck. So, except I actually have real talent. Um, he'll never hear this, so fuck that guy. Now you were gone. I know there were some issues in all content there for a minute, and now we're in Apex. Um, when the general manager came to you to sign you, how did that conversation go? It was just like, hey, opportunities are coming here, or how did he lure you into Apex?
I would want to say how you said it. Opportunities are coming here. You know, with the brand. How do I put this like without being like any disrespectful? With the brand basically coming to an end and you know ties being cut, things being gone and stuff. Uh, I didn't know where I was at one point. I didn't think I would ever step back into a ring ever again. I didn't think that I would be big as I am now. I would thought I was just gonna go back to my regular life, and then I got the call from our manager TJ, and he was like, "Hey, exactly like you said, big opportunities. You know, we got this next PLE coming up, and we've seen what you've done. You know, we love how you are in the ring. We love how great of a high flyer you are. We feel like you could put on a unpredictable match up." So he was like, "How about I book you at this match? You know, you come for us and all that, and we'll see how things go. You know, and we'll talk then." And I was like, "Yeah, for sure." Little things that I know, one thing led to another. I ended up walking out with the Obsidian United States Championship,
Yep.
and that's where I am now today. And since then, I've been, as since day one, whenever I first won the Ace Championship, a fighting champion, I'm willing to take in on any comers, anybody on the roster. If they want a shot at that belt, they know where to come. I'll be right here waiting for them.
And it's funny you do mention that. I was going to bring that up anyway. That when you had the Ace Championship prior, it seemed like every show, every live show, every PLE that we did. I'm not gonna rename the show. I'm sure we can't do that, and I don't really care either way. But you were on the show and you were defending that title every time I saw you on. You were defending it. You were a fighting champion. Now I want to go back to the day you lost that title. What went through your head when Maniac dethroned you and took the title back to Mayhem? What was going through your head after that loss?
Ah,
And you
I
can
can't.
be as blunt and as real as you want. This is uncensored. You can say whatever you want.
It sucked. It sucked.
I bet.
Losing that title wasn't only just a loss. I suffered a small little injury during that match, which caused me not to, you know, fight and give that fight that I thought I could. But losing that championship, ah, it hurt. It really did hurt because Maniac, you know, the fact that he is in this company now again, he's not a fighting champion. And now recently he's not a champion at all.
Oh, shots fire. I love it. I'm fucking
He-
loving this.
He's not a champion. Let me tell you, you know, when I first won that championship, I told myself, whoever gets that championship next, I hope they're defending it. I hope they're a fighting champion. I hope they can do what they could do. And Maniac just did not perform as I thought he would perform. He may have won that match, and you know, I walked out bummed as hell. You know, that injury really got to me, but you know, I have to get back on that grind. I gotta get, you know, I have to gotta pick myself up and just continue on the road because something, like I said, more opportunities will come, and sooner or later, you know, more championships will come and all that. But it's just a matter of time, you know. But you just can't always be down. You always gotta get back up and get back in the fight, and something good will always come your way. But
I
that's
can agree
how.
with that. I can get down with that. Now, I do know personally from doing commentary for as long as I have for both companies that when you won the title from Lazarus, and we'll talk about that later, that my first impression was, oh, it doesn't matter. Lazarus just took the belt after I relinquished it. I didn't put the amount of respect on your name that needed to be. And as the time progressed, the more wins you got, and you were going up against everybody. There is nobody you did not run from a fight. You were titles on the line. Let's fucking go. and you won and you won and you won. And as time progressed, you were not just me, and I'm not speaking just for me. I'm speaking from everybody, all the fans, all the people that watch the show. You won a lot of respect, and you went from being just a nobody who just showed up to one of the top people in the company. So you've come a long way, and I
Mhm.
personally think it's awesome, you
Thank
know.
you.
But your first loss was to this guy. But you know what? That's either here or there. I'm on the shelf anyway. It doesn't matter. Um,
Whether you're on the shelf, Zodiac, or whether you do ever come back into the ring, I will always be waiting for you.
you know
Always.
what? A lot of people have been saying that, and maybe one day you never say never in wrestling. You never say never.
You
And
never.
if Sting can wrestle till he's 105, I'm pretty sure I can pull it off.
Oh, for
Um,
sure.
Now, when you won the title, the United States Obsidian Championship, what went through your mind? Because it was, I believe, it was a fatal four way or was it a triple threat? I forget what it was.
It was a triple threat. It was me versus Madman versus Disciple.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, my money was on Madman just because Madman is such a lovable character to watch. It's just so much fun to watch. But you first match in this new company and you just fucking ran with it. What was going through your mind after you had that belt in your arms, having gold wrapped around your waist again?
Uh, Back at the top. I'm back at the top. I'm back where I need to be. But the just because I won the belt and I'm back at the top doesn't mean I can't stop. I gotta
True.
keep going. I gotta keep pushing. There's always gonna be that next competitor. There's always gonna be that next challenger waiting and just waiting on my side of my shoulder, just waiting for me to mess up and take that spot and take my title back away from me.
I can
So
I can respect that.
yeah, that's really it. I just gotta keep going. I gotta keep pushing. But it felt amazing to know that I have gold around my shoulders again,
Yep.
and that to know I will be a fighting championship or fighting champion in this new brand and stuff, and I will show everybody on that roster how it is to be a champion. And maybe who knows? Maybe later on down the road, the Apex Championship may come my way. It may come my way. Who knows?
You never know, and I know we haven't seen Max since the Beeville beatdown, so I don't
Hmm.
know. Now, this next question I have is a two-part question. Um, we'll start with Apex, and then we'll work up to like the professionals, TNA, WWE, and all that. Who is somebody in Apex that you would love to go up against? Title or no title, just someone that you would love to work with.
Let's see. We got a lot. We got a lot of new people. We got a lot of new people. Um, Honestly, it's a weird question, but I think I would love to work with Asmodeus. Asmodeus.
Really?
Yes, I think I would love to work with Asmodeus.
The weak link of mayhem, and you want to? Okay,
Think
fair
about it.
enough.
You
Huh?
said the weak leak of mayhem.
He is the weak link of mayhem.
Think two more people left I gotta worry about, or three. Who knows? I already beat Randy, so he's off. He's out of my picture now. He's gone. I don't
I
have
don't
to
even
worry
know
about
if Randy's even a part of the. But that's a whole different argument. Now, let's say that you get called up to WWE. You're debuting in Corpus Christi, Texas. Your first match on Raw. Who is your first match against?
Seth Rollins.
I knew you were going to say that. That's okay. You can wrestle Seth. I will take Becky right there. I'll take Becky in the back and be like, "Yeah, who's that Seth Rollins guy again?" No, no, no.
You can
You
take
want?
her. Well, I'll take Seth to
There
town,
you
and
go.
I'll kick your
See,
butt.
that's a wingman for you right there.
There you go.
Uh, Now, my final question, and this is the one that everybody's been asking me to ask you, and it has to pertain to that mask sitting right across your right shoulder, the mask that was once worn by Lazarus.
Yeah.
My question, and I saw the promo that came out recently. We're not sure if that's Draven because apparently Draven is gone. I don't know. I'm not in the loop for that. Why are you wearing that mask?
That's a it's a really really big and deep question.
Yeah,
You
I agree.
see,
That's why I want to know.
I can take it back to the last PLA we had. If I'm being completely honest,
Okay.
there was a rumor. There was a rumor that Lazarus was going to make his appearance, and I was supposed to be his next victim again. Maybe he was trying to prove himself from the last PLE that we fought at and met at, and he got the ups on me, and maybe it was my time to get the ups on him. But as you can see, Lazarus is no longer with us.
Yeah,
He
agreed.
is completely dead. He is gone. He is out in the wind. Nobody knows where he is. Just like you said, Draven is gone. The old mayhem is gone. Everybody is just gone and dead. The only new mayhem we have now is Dark Disciples mayhem. So with with that being said, I went to go look for Lazarus. I did. And I was wandering in the woods trying to find him. I had an Ouija board trying to conjure him up to see if maybe he would show his face and tell me why he didn't show up to the match that I would have beat him at. And nothing came. And all of a sudden I turned around and the mask is right there on the ground. Now I'm gonna say I'm taking it as a trophy. I'm
Okay.
taking it, and the reason why I have it is because I'm the one that beat Lazarus. He may have got the last laugh on me, but I'm the one that got rid of him. He had no contact with anybody else besides me in that last encounter. And with him gone now, I think it's I think it's my time and my right to own a little trophy of somebody I beat, you know?
Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
So basically how you would hang it up on the wall and all that. I have it hanging up in my room. The one person that I beat and I finally got rid of, Lazarus.
All
But
right.
like you said, as you saw in that promo, I don't know what happened. I woke up and I woke up out of a dream and stuff. And I guess I was just trying to get to my old buddy Astro, seeing if he's still out there somewhere. Because I have this feeling that he is. He's somewhere out there. I feel like I can get to him. I just don't know where. But as you saw in that promo, something or some type of indie made its way into my room and spooked me, got me, scared me.
Yeah.
And as you could saw, that mask was right next to my bed,
Yep.
and I didn't put it there. The mask was hanging up on the wall where it usually is, and when I got woke up, I saw the mask right there, and I was like, okay, just caught off guard. So that's really much all to it. Is the reason why I have the mask is more along the trophy of an old forgotten foe that I beat and got rid of, and just a clear message to anybody who stands in my way of who what I want and my main goal in Apex, and it's to do the unthinkable. So who knows? Whoever may get up to me next, they might encounter the same fate.
I'm sorry about that. I mean, I know at one point I was part of the dark and gothic mayhem, but I wasn't brought in because of my belief in all of that voodoo, scary, magical stuff. I was brought in for the muscle and for Draven's right hand man to the enforcer, which is what I was brought in for. Now,
Mhm.
but being around mayhem and Draven as long as I have been, I don't believe in the paranormal, but that definitely has caught my eye, especially recently.
Mhm.
Um, any last words that you would like to say before we end this interview?
Um, Nothing really other than to anybody on the Apex roster. If you're looking for a challenge and you're looking for a fighting champion, you know where to find me. I'll be waiting. And to anybody who knows about the entity of Lazarus or wants to get in my way, will encounter the same fate and fall to me because this year will be my year once and for all.
The year of Gaven Ace, 2025. Yes, and he's already got one title around his waist, and he's
Sir,
looking for more gold.
give me some more.
Um, you know, and the fact that you beat Disciple, it makes that even more impressive. And I'm not saying Disciple is a worthy opponent, but you definitely beat Mayhem. And that in itself is impressive to me. Um, do you have any socials you would like to promote? That way people can, get to know you and maybe follow you on Twitter, TikTok, stuff like
Uh,
that.
I got the Gavin Young on Instagram and the Gavin Young on Facebook as well.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is Gaven Ace, your new United States Obsidian champion, part of the
Can
Apex
I say one
roster, I
more
should say.
thing?
Sure, go ahead.
And like you said earlier about the whole disciple thing, about him being a champion, we have some unfinished business, and I will attend to that unfinished business. So, disciple, if you're listening and stuff, you may have ducked me once, but you're not ducking me again, and I'm coming for your title, and I will be a two-time, or not even a two-time, a two-belt champion in Apex.
Ooh, calling it now. Calling it now. I like that. I don't think Disciple even watches the show. I mean, I think he's still on dial up. I don't think he even has Wi-Fi. He's stuck in the 90s, but whatever. It is what it is. He's just taking some shots at Mayhem. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank my guest, Gaven Ace, the United
Thank you.
States Obsidian champion, for being here, sir. I look forward to the future, not just for yourself, but for the company in general. And again, I am the Maverick, Josh Zodiac. I'll be right back with some final thoughts about Mayhem. Stick around. We'll be back momentarily.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, I am not wearing my sunglasses because I want four people in particular to see the realness in my eyes right now. And that is Disciple, Maniac, Asmodeus, and Randy Steele, the so-called members of Mayhem. All of you are a bunch of little bitches. Everything that you have in this company, and even the old company, is because of Lord Draven. Lord Draven brought you in. Lord Draven gave you power, his power. He gave you part of his power to make you better. And what happened? All of you, with the exception of Asmodeus and Randy, have touched gold and possibly could have seen more gold. But what did you do? You got itchy. You got greedy. And I don't put all this on Asmodeus and Randy Steele and even Maniac to a point. The ringmaster of all of this is you, Dark Disciple. And I'm talking to you right now. You betrayed your brother and your brothers, all of us. You made all of us feel like we weren't part of anything. Just that fucking quick. You took it all away by excommunicating Draven. And yeah, I'm a little upset about that because I'm here in this company because of Draven. Draven came to me and said, "Hey, Zodiac, new company coming up. I need you to be my enforcer. I need you to be my right-hand man. I need you to be a part of this new group I'm coming up with called Mayhem." And I said, "Yes, I will do that because I believe and I trust you." Now, granted, Draven did betray my trust, but everything was done for a reason. Lord Draven has a plan, not had, has a plan. Because Draven's everywhere. He's in this room right now. He may not be talking to me right now, but he's here. I can feel his presence. But you guys, especially you, Disciple, you turned your back on the man that gave you the power that you have. And I have nothing but disgust for all of you. All of you aren't even seeing straight. And that is directed to all of you, especially you, Maniac. And you know what I'm talking about. You are lucky. All of you are lucky that I'm on the shelf, that I cannot compete. Because if I could, I would run through all fucking four of you and I would fucking destroy you. And I wouldn't do it for Draven. I would do it for me. That being said, this is the conclusion of this episode of the HorrorScope. I hope you enjoyed the interview with Gaven Ace. If you want to follow this show, Apex Championship Entertainment, on Facebook and on YouTube. And also, if you want to, you can also follow my podcast, the Zodiac Podcast. You can find it wherever you find podcasts, including YouTube and Spotify. I want to thank you for watching this episode. And until the next episode, on your left. And I'm coming for you, disciple.